We hope everybody had a fantastic holiday weekend. I know I did. Ashley, did you?
Yeah, it was super chill, which is what I
Yes.
like. It was only
Yes.
the girls. The boys stayed behind. Neither my father-in-law nor my husband were feeling good.
Oh,
So,
okay. Never
Mary
mind.
Queen of Scots over to my mom's. Her friend Cookie hung out. It was girls, all the boys, the boy dogs were here.
I'm
It was,
obsessed.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was no offense.
obsessed. Yeah, so mine was also very chill. But I prefer holidays that are more on the chiller side, personally speaking. So I'm glad that we both had a good weekend filled with family and fun and food. LOL, triple F. So wish the same for all of you. And also, this video is sponsored by our BFF, Nicole Scherzinger.
Yes, I
I'm
wish I had
kidding.
it on my shirt too. Oh my God, we're obsessed. Our friend. Hey girl.
Exactly. She
Hey
didn't
girl,
act.
hey, hit us up.
100%. She didn't actually sponsor this. No financial money was exchanged, but
No,
just a
no.
just a fun little thing. And also, we're gonna kick off whoop with a ASMR moment. Hello, it's a live show.
So
Can
that
you
reminds me of one of my favorite Britney Spears songs. And I can't think, I'm so bad with like songs if it's not in the moment. And I feel like I love Britney, but her songs are so overproduced.
for
There's
sure?
one that the background is like a, it's literally the sound of a
Shut
can
up.
opening.
Yeah,
And that's in her song. And it doesn't need to be that produced.
I'm dead.
That's a story
Well,
for another tale a day about how overproduced music is these days, but
very
I
overproduced. But I
digress.
hope if you are someone who likes ASMR, that did something for you. But we have a lot to
Are
talk
you an
about.
ASMR girl?
I am. I
I'm not.
am. I
Like,
am. I love it. I love ASMR. I watch it on TikTok. I love a good medical ASMR. It's my guilty pleasure.
no, I like it in context.
Hmm.
Like, I definitely agree. I like really appreciate like sound work
For sure.
in movies, films, whatnot. But just like every girl doing this to show me a product I don't need.
That's
I don't need
valid.
it.
That's fair. Also, before we jump right into what we're talking about, that just reminded me of white noise. So I don't know if you've seen it, Ashley, but there's a trend on TikTok. I shared a few because I think it's hilarious, where it's like two people in bed, doesn't have to be a couple, doesn't matter, but they're like, "Are you okay if I put on some white noise?" And they're like, "Okay, yeah." And you just like play something absurd from like a white person, or you can say brown noise and it's like an ethnic person song. It's hilarious. So the one that I saw, why someone was like, "Do you mind if I put on white noise?" And they're like, "Yeah." And they started playing Lala Kent's music. It was so funny. It was Lala
Oh,
commented
that
on
is
it and played
so
along.
that is so funny. Well, my husband would not like white noise. He calls the music I like mayonnaise. He's
Yeah,
like, every time you turn on Taylor Swift, it's like I might as well just go open up a jar of mayonnaise and stare at it and listen to what sound it makes. But my husband is definitely, yeah, he loves black noise in the sense that like my husband, it's like always
I
like
love
James
it.
Brown. No, he loves it. You know, Fats Domino, James Brown, like he
Yeah,
loves, yeah, no,
it's
Nile Rodgers,
hilarious.
that's a favorite.
Yeah, no, so I thought that trend, it's snarky,
That's very fun. I like
but
being
it's
able to laugh at
fun.
things and not be weird.
Exactly.
Like not
Exactly.
like I hate it when people are like, oh, right. It's we can have fun. We can think
Exactly.
things are funny.
It's low stakes. That's the kind of shade and drama I like. And speaking of shade and drama, we're going to jump right into our weekly roundup of things we need to talk about. Dive in. First off, we're booked and busy this week if you're a Bravo watcher. I'm going to run down a few of the things that are happening this week. And by the way, reminder, if ever you want to watch TV shows live with fellow people who are in our community that we've created, we do have live discussion posts available on tasteofreality.com. So, for example, there's two tonight. Real Housewives of Potomac is on tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern. And then we have Married to Medicine premiering right after at 9 o'clock, which brings us into Monday. We have Below Deck Med. Tuesday is the premiere of Vanderpump Rules after The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, like I'm calling in from life Tuesday
Yeah.
night, Wednesday morning. We'll record, but that's all I'm doing is talking about Salt Lake City and
And
Vanderpump.
Vanderpump Rules. Exactly. And then Thursday we have Southern Charm. And then, I'm sorry, Wednesday we have Southern Charm. And then Thursday we have the highly anticipated Real Housewives of Beverly Hills premiere. And Ashley, I'll take it away, the surprise we're doing.
Okay, we were talking and we decided We hope you're wanting it, but we have to review, we have to talk about Beverly Hills. So we're
Yeah.
going to be here on Fridays, just like we do the Salt Lake Cities the next morning. We're going
Hmm.
to do Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So excited.
Yeah.
And also on Thursday is the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives reunion. Too much is happening.
It's all
So we
happening.
will do a breakdown of the season and reunion for that at a future date because, again, too much is happening.
A lot
And
is
Friday,
happening.
Imani, what was Friday again?
Nothing's Friday. I misspoke.
Thank God.
Yeah, no, nothing is Friday. So, but what you can expect on Friday is a recap of the season premiere of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills from us. We're super excited to add that to our weekly roundup. So, for context, we have Monday weekly roundups, Wednesdays our Salt Lake City recaps drop, and then Friday, we will have the Beverly Hills recap, our thoughts. We're super excited. A lot is happening. It's all happening. So,
We have Vanderpump Rules. Like, has this sunken in everybody's mind? We have Vanderpump Rules and Beverly Hills on at the same time. That's a whole West Hollywood, like, because West Hollywood and
100%.
Beverly Hills are adjacent. So this season in this is it's happening. We
It's
are
all.
very blessed. We're fed.
So before we jump over to Bravo, let's talk about the non-Bravo news that has happened this week. I think we first have to start with MomTok. They were decombusting this week.
But can I ask, will Mom Talk survive this?
I don't know.
I mean, that the joke is that we always ask that when it's a ridiculous unfollowing or
Yeah.
whatever. But literally, I don't know if Mom Talker will survive this. I don't know if I was in these relationships and these friendships, there's a line, and I don't
Yeah.
know if I could move forward with some
So
of these women.
for context, Hulu just announced that Secret Lives of Mormon Wives has been renewed for season 4, 20 episodes. I'm assuming we'll get 2 seasons out of that in a reunion for each. So they are coming back for at least 20 episodes. Who is coming back is to be decided. And I don't know. Will Whitney continue filming? She allegedly, if you're watching this today, there's going to be an announcement made about whether or not she's going to be Roxy Hart on Broadway. That's what a lot of people are theorizing. So that doesn't leave a ton of room for filming. We know Taylor was filming The Bachelorette or is filming The Bachelorette. There's just a lot of them are, going off into their own lanes, which is exciting. That's the entire point of Mom Talk,
Love
in my
it.
opinion, is to use it as a launch pad. So I don't get why people are coming for Whitney. And again, we'll give all of our thoughts in like a solo not Salt Lake City, but Secret Lives
Mormon wives,
video,
yeah.
Mormon Wives. But just my opinion, I would 1,000,000% come back to go on Dancing with the Stars. Call me an evil minion, whatever you want to say. But like, I see no issue with what Whitney did. I would do it the exact same way for a check, the exact same way.
First of all, everyone else is doing it the same way. This is how
Everyone.
show business works. It's just that she was honest about it. She was forthright. And the thing is, she didn't want to be on the show anymore. It wasn't good for her mental health. She didn't feel it was.
I wonder why it wasn't good
I'm,
for her mental health, by the way. You ran the
yeah,
girl off
hello.
Dancing with the Stars. Like,
Hello. I mean, honestly, look at that series. It is literal flames everywhere, are just flames,
exactly.
fires everywhere. You can't put them out fast enough. I look at Ariana Madix and Paige
Hmm.
DeSorbo in particular. They were both able to walk away from opportunities to do something new. Neither one of them need that in their lives. Garcelle
Correct.
Bouvet, another
Correct.
one. We just did an article about Garcelle and how she's dating now. She has more opportunities to date because she doesn't have reality TV cameras. Reality TV is a great launching pad, and
Exactly.
they're like, she just wants it for the opportunity. And it's like,
Correct.
well, yeah, and like
Yeah,
what friendships is she in it for at this point? Like, where are the
exactly.
friendships?
Well,
I
and
mean, I see it between the other girls, like I
right.
definitely see it between the other women, but she doesn't have those friendships. I just don't get the hate. I get if you don't like Whitney, you're allowed to like who you like, but her making
Exactly.
that decision, making anybody mad, baffles me.
Well, and again, they're all doing it. And the argument that Whitney's a narcissist or egotist or an egomaniac, let's be honest, any person that puts themselves out there in any capacity is into themselves. You could argue, Ashley and I, how egotistical and narcissistic are we to have a video each week where we talk about who cares about our
Our
opinion? Do you know
opinion.
what I mean?
Exactly. I think
Like,
literally every time I'm doing this, I'm like, really? Well, I've been hiding behind my computer for a very, very long time. I like it back there. It's just that we're in a world we don't know a robot and what's AI generated and not.
Exactly.
Like, hi, I'm a person. But
Exactly.
not everybody wants the same thing at the same time.
Exactly. And so, like, obviously, Taste of Reality is our baby, and we built it from, well, not the ground up, but we have done a lot with it.
Right.
By the way, if you guys ever want a,
Hmm.
okay, shout out. We're very in
Okay,
sync.
didn't even know that, but yes, we're doing it. Shout out to our girl Nicole Scherzinger.
Literally, shout out Nicole. We love you, girl.
She's gonna
But
be on a holiday special coming up.
yes, if you guys want like a Q&A, let us know in the comments below because I feel like there's a lot of lore. We mentioned this in the past video, but there's a lot of lore about us that you guys might not know. Some of you who have been following us longer might, but if you all ever want that, let us know. But yeah, obviously, like we love Taste of Reality, but like obviously we would love any opportunity that comes to us because of it. So does that make
Right.
us a
We love pop
POS?
culture.
Like I don't get it. I don't get that. I think all of the women on that show who have issue with Whitney is probably from a jealous standpoint, and that is so valid. I think Jen Affleck is so freaking jealous of Whitney, and I could do a whole dissertation about my opinion there. Just because you come across nicer on paper doesn't mean you are a nice person. I've experienced with this. Just because you are a more vocal person, a more confident person does not make you a mean girl. Ugh, this is a huge
I
pet
have
peeve of mine.
okay, Jennifer Affleck makes me insane for that reason.
And
And then I
stop the
have to
faces.
remember,
Stop the faces in your dances. Sorry, I hate it.
oh my gosh, I have to remember she's like 24.
That's fair. That's fair. That's
She
fair.
is, and a lot of the other women are 30.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a
Good
really
point.
big gap. And when you think about it like that, she is so immature.
She's wicked immature,
She's so
emotionally, mentally,
immature.
so immature, and she's
She's like the
24.
mother of like she's a mother. She's got multiple children and a whole ass husband that needs a lot of work.
Correct. I do not, just because Whitney is more abrasive does not a mean girl make. I can talk about this forever. I would argue, and again, we will do an entire video on Mom Talk. I would argue that Jen is meaner than Whitney because
Oh, definitely.
she fed into all of the hate that Whitney was getting on Dancing with the Stars. And I'm like, Jen, you just don't have the star power, babe. You just don't have the star power, and that's okay. You are perfectly fine with Mom Talk and making TikTok videos and mommy content, stunning queen, obsessed. But that
Right.
does not mean you are a star. And that's
Right.
fine. Not everybody has it. And that's why
But
people
maybe
snark on,
that's just not the venue for her.
yeah. And like people snark on Ariana Madix. Sorry, she like pivoted from reality TV to other things. Paige DeSorbo, Stassi Schroeder, and they all get that mean girl rap. Why? Because they're strong, because they're confident, because they're not letting anyone get in their way. And if that is a bad thing, I'm a terrible
Look at your
person,
shirt.
everybody.
Look at your shirt. Nicole Scherzinger with the Pussycat Dolls. No disrespect to the other girls. I mean, we're part of the group now
What
too.
are we doing?
But like, why do we all just have different avenues?
I will be a mean girl to the day I effing die if that means that I am a courageous woman, if I stand up for myself, I set boundaries, and I don't let anyone step all over me anymore. If that a mean girl makes, call me effing Regina George. Moving on.
You will never be Regina George, but the point is made, girl. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I know. I just
like
had
what you
to the
did.
Whitneys of the world. I see you, girl. I relate to you, girl. And we are a rich man.
Yeah,
Okay,
I have a
period.
really big personality and it's not for everybody. And there have been so many times like I've just had to make myself smaller. And I
Mm-hmm.
get that. In
Same.
context, I get that. However, like, sorry that what did Phaedra say on the traders? Like, if I'm too much, go find
Go
less.
find less. If you think that her getting out into the world and trying to make a name for herself, which she's always wanted, which by the way, every single one of the Mom Top girls want the same exact thing because I didn't see anybody turning down the Hulu deal. Did you? Did you see anybody not wanting to film? Okay,
I
just
sure saw a
checking.
whole lot of them trying to get on Dancing with the
Yeah,
Stars.
I sure did too. That's very, very interesting.
Again, opportunity knocks. We are all here to answer. I will never hold anybody like who take. I get it, Whitney. I see you. I'm with Imania. Again, let me go ahead and co-sign that one.
Cosign. But anyway, speaking of Mom Talk, one of the major things that happened this week was everyone found out what Fruity Pebbles officially means. And I will say this, I was a Fruity Pebbles stan down back in my childhood. I loved Fruity Pebbles, so this sucks.
I am known in my family as a serial killer,
I'm
Cereal
screaming a
killer.
stunning, stunning pun.
It is a long time. My husband started it. Everybody, I can't, there's no cereal in my house ever because I don't know. Like, I will eat a box in a 2 hour span.
Well, you should because it'll go stale extremely quickly. So honestly, you are doing something for economics.
Exactly. Economically, it's sound.
A
And
hundred percent.
rather than buying the little boxes, which is bad for the environment, I buy one big box. So it's not as
Environmentally
bad. Yeah, I
friendly.
should really start buying the bag like I'm a horse and it's my feed. But no,
I'm
I don't eat
screaming.
cereal, but Fruity Pebbles, I do love a cereal donut. Do you guys have that? I don't
Mmm.
mean to like talk down. I hope it never sounds like I'm
Do
talking
they
down.
have that in Florida?
No, do you have that in Florida though? Like, do you have the nice, do
Screaming.
you have nice, do you have fancy donuts in Florida where
So
the
we don't.
donuts like with the cereal and good stuff?
So Florida definitely has like those like trendy things. Where I live is a small area, so we don't have like the voodoo donuts and things like that. But I when I was in college, I was over in like Tampa area and they had all of like all the chains, Trader Joe's, all of the chains there, and I miss it very dearly. But
Oh,
okay, yeah. So for Fruity Pebbles, so it was found out, and I'm gonna try to say this
I'm listening.
with the most PC. So the Fruity Pebbles of it all
Emphasis
is
on the first letter of PC.
correct. Correct. So basically, what it means is Brett, who is Demi's husband, they enjoy a more kinky behind the doors, so to speak. And so Fruity Pebbles basically means pardon me, was giving Brett her bodily fluids, not from the back end, from the front end, if you get what I'm saying. And that is Fruity Pebbles. And it's concerning if that's what her specimens taste like, because I think that's an indicator of diabetes. By the way,
Are you a doctor? Because if you're not, you should be.
well, so I am a social media regurgitator, and so I saw that a lot on social media. Who are like our physicians? They're
So you're
like,
clearly a doctor.
I'm a
It's
doctor.
money, MD.
I play one on Zoom. Uh,
You're Ariana Madix
like
now.
Ariana
You're
Madix,
Dennis
100%.
Medical.
I'm a
Right, got it.
doctor. But yeah, I saw a lot of commentary about that. You know, the nurses in the chat, they will give their 2 cents, 100%. But they were like, if your urine, there we go. If your urine tastes like sweet, that is not a good signifier that you're healthy. So if that's why Brett said that, to me, babe, go to the doctor. But if it's not, are we kink shaming?
Not at all. I mean, honestly, I am truly a believer. Whatever it happens in your bedroom is your business until it makes a pandemic where the rest of us have to worry about breathing or something to that effect. I literally don't care what you do. I don't care as long as it is legal, as long as it is ethical, and as long as it's consensual. It is
Correct.
none of my effing business. The fact, honestly, I was really grossed out, not just because of the content. Well, that's kink shaming. Sorry. Sorry to anybody who enjoys that.
Honestly, I am. I'm
It's
sorry.
not my thing.
It
It's
doesn't
not
seem
for me.
hygienic. And I guess in general, the act in general is not hygienic, sure. But like that's especially not hygienic. I will indulge in urine if I'm on a desert island and I cut myself. I have heard since it's sterile, it's a good antiseptic.
If you've
Wait,
never seen the episode of Friends, the jellyfish, it's a thing. I looked it up.
maybe I am a doctor. Okay.
No, clear you are.
No, I am. I love this for me. So
MD
like
goes really well with your name.
thank you. Thank you for saying that. And so, in that capacity, Demi, fire her up. Get it on my leg. But, like, in this context, oof, oof. So, Jesse outed it because of the whole Marciano thing. So, Jesse outed what
That's a whole
happened,
nother conversation. I mean,
which, you know what? Let's move on from Mom Talk because we are kind of are
but we
belaboring this.
revealed Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, Fruity Pebbles was
That's
revealed.
enough.
Yes. And so, when we do our Mom Talk video, which, by the way, we did an entire Dancing with the Stars, like, video in and of itself that we uploaded the one before this. So we're going to be talking about more in depth though. Whitney and Mark's Call Her Daddy interview on the Mom Talk video we're going to do, which ties into Dancing with the Stars. We'll talk more about Pissgate is what it's been deemed as. I hope that's a word I can say on YouTube. And all of our Mom Talk thoughts will be more over there in that video. But do we have any other thoughts that
No, let's move on just because I think we could literally get lost in the sauce. I'm sorry.
Lost in the fruity pebbles of it all.
Oh, gross.
Okay,
Gross, gross.
but
I think we're all traumatized.
yeah, but before we
We
move on
deserve
from
hazard pay.
correct. Before we move on from Dancing with the Stars, though, this is topical. I just published an article today about this, but it'll be tomorrow when you're watching this. But Witney Carson is under fire because a alleged text that she accidentally uploaded, we've all been there, to her Instagram stories showed her and her husband Carson, which is crazy that her last name is Carson and her husband's name is Carson, very strange. But they were talking, and it sounds like the text message that was screenshotted, again, you can find it on our website. It sounds like they were kind of snarking a little bit on the fact that Zach was in the ballroom during Prince night, and Whitney was saying, way to get votes. So people were calling her out for being snarky with her husband. I personally let her enjoy her mirror ball. My thing, like, just let her enjoy the mirror ball. It's done. It's over. I do think she was being snarky about trying to get votes, and she was talking behind the scenes with her husband, and she accidentally uploaded it. And that's just what I think.
That's number one, so embarrassing.
That's
Like,
embarrassing. Yeah,
as somebody who has actually texted a snarky text to the person I was
I've done
texting,
that.
it's like, I mean, I could like crawl. Like, I feel
Yes.
for Whitney in the sense that like we should have a free space to, and it
Hmm.
wasn't mean. All of,
It
okay, and
wasn't
I'm gonna
mean.
say something, and dear Lordy, I hope this does not come across as non-compassionate because if anybody loved Steve Irwin, it was me.
I know
But
where you're
as far
going.
as
Yeah,
like getting votes, like doing what you need to do votes, they were putting up all the camera footage of this man who is a national treasure to
hundred
America. He's not
percent.
even American. So, like, if we're going to say people were being manipulative for votes or, conjuring up some sort of witchcraft for votes, like, isn't that what you all do?
Exactly. And that's why people are like, Whitney, babe, you're kind of being a hypocrite a little bit because you guys relied on our love of Steve Irwin to buoy you through the entire competition. And that's not to say that Robert didn't earn his spot because I think he was very charismatic. And it's not just knowing how to dance, you also have to have, to the point, star power. And I think Robert has that. And so you could argue that they did the same thing. Bindi Irwin, his sister, who won Dancing with the Stars, was in the audience every single night she could be. What's the
Right.
difference? And she's just as highly regarded, I think, as Zac Efron to a
Especially
degree,
in that room.
especially in that room. Exactly. So I'm just like, and we don't, okay, so if you didn't know, like I said, we did a Dancing with the Stars video that we posted about our experience there, just all of our thoughts, and that was the video before this one. And I kind of went in a little bit on Zac Efron, but the reason why I'm bringing that up here is he was only in the ballroom one time, and that was during Prince night. It did nothing for him. I don't think it did anything for Robert, or I'm sorry, I don't think it did anything for Dylan Efron. So I don't even think it helped his chances to go to the finale. I really don't.
No. No, Dylan had won everybody over, and I kind of feel that's why he stayed
Exactly.
into the ballroom. I think maybe even if Dylan wanted him there, I think he would have been there. Maybe Dylan didn't want him.
Maybe, and I'll give Dylan that. Maybe he was like, Zach, I don't
I
want
was
you there,
because
but
I was thinking about this the other day. That must be really not difficult, but an interesting dynamic because the whole energy in the room, even the judges talked to him during the
did
episode.
they? I didn't get I never went back and watched Prince Night
Oh, you've been
because,
so busy.
I missed the last two prior to the finale.
Right.
So I didn't realize that.
Yeah. It was a
Interesting.
lot. No, the cameras were on him. I think somebody counted 15 times.
Yeah. Okay. So very much so Taylor Swift NFL situation is what I'm getting.
Right. But nobody was
Um,
mad about it because,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, to give Zach the benefit of the doubt, Dylan totally could have been like, this is my thing, 100%. But I don't know. He already had his thing when he was on Traders. That's what made everybody even
right,
wise up to the fact that Zach had a younger brother.
right.
And so everyone, loves Dylan as much as they love Zach. I just, from like a familial standpoint, if it was not Dylan's request for him not to attend a taping, it makes me sad that Zach couldn't support Dylan the way I am assuming Dylan has rallied behind Zach's career his entire life.
Right.
So that's just my opinion there. I wouldn't, take Whitney's mirror ball away from her by any means. Was it snarky to her husband? 100%. But everybody does pillow talk. People have said worse in their own group chats. So I'm just like, let her live. Let her
Right.
live.
I'm not bothered at all.
That's my opinion there. So do you want to take away the next topic?
Yeah, let me just go ahead and all right. So, let's go ahead and do Kelly and Jolie.
Oof, 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 oof,
This
oof.
was a lot, and it was just we just randomly talked about Kelly just
A Last
she
episode, I
literally
think.
fucked up the
Yeah,
last
yeah.
episode. This was awful. So apparently Jolie has Kelly blocked because Kelly sent a threatening voicemail
Kelly's
to a
daughter, Jolie.
yeah, Kelly's daughter, Jolie. She sent a threatening voicemail to a third party saying, hey, make sure Jolie gets this. And then it was published.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Kelly basically saying what a brat this 19-year-old girl is or was.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't sound like this happened yesterday, or even if it did, she's 19. You're
Yeah,
her
there's
mother.
no context to when that was sent that I saw. So,
Yeah, and I saw in the note that it was all because, and this was something that was said on Jeff Lewis.
yeah, Jeff Lewis outed this, which was not his place, in my opinion.
Not at all. Jeff Lewis is just, he needs to take 10 steps back.
Yeah,
Literally take 10 steps back, and we're going to take your phone away for like 15 hours and then give it back to you and really think about what you want to post
yeah.
and
So,
say.
finish the story about Jolie, and then I can jump in about the Jeff Lewis
Okay,
thing.
perfect. So yeah, Jolie got this message and her mom was basically saying, you're such a brat. We housed you, we bought you clothes, we bought you everything you want. And now you're gonna pay if you put she was just basically threatening her.
Yeah,
And it almost I'm gonna say the B word, and I didn't see this word written anywhere, but the word, I don't want to say, not blackmail. It's not blackmail, but she was using a audio recording as leverage
correct.
against a 19-year-old girl. And the way she talked to her daughter was heartbreaking. And the recording was outed the day of Thanksgiving or the day before.
Around there,
I
yeah.
loved all the people saying, I'm thankful for that I don't have a mom like Kelly Dodd.
Yeah, I don't know. And my thing is, and we all, how do I word this? So if it's a lot of people in your family having the same thing, it might be you, Kelly. But I also receive there's two sides to every story, and it really, really sucks when someone doesn't allow you to tell your side of it. And right now, we've only heard Kelly's brother's side, Eric. He did a video over the summer saying, you know, he's the one initially that outed that Kelly and Jolie do not have a relationship right now. He also said her nieces and nephews don't talk to her. He said that their dad doesn't like her, the mom doesn't like her. So there's just been a lot of claims that have come out about Kelly, and probably rightfully so. But Jeff Lewis said recently, and again, not his place to out this, but he said that Jolie was being incredibly disrespectful to Kelly about something, and she allegedly threw car keys at Kelly. And so that allegedly is what prompted her to send that voice note to Jolie's friend so that Jolie could hear it. And Kelly then took to her Instagram stories, I think prior to Jeff Lewis saying anything. And Kelly was like, you guys are going to die when you hear what actually happened. She's like, I can't say anything right now, but you guys will learn soon. So we have a mother outing her daughter for whatever on her horizon to look forward to.
A 19-year-old.
It's just gross. And then also Kelly was upset because she was like, your dad has, first of all, I hate when people throw the parent thing into
Terrible.
it. But anyway, I haven't lived that life, so I don't know. Maybe the dad is terrible. But she was like, your dad has been terrible to you your entire life, and now you're choosing your dad's side. So like Kelly was also saying that. And we know if you watched OC that there's been a lot of drama between Mike Dodd, Aunt Michael, I think his name is, and Kelly. So it's just that household, man. Every family has a thing, but it's just like, good grief.
Good grief, Charlie Brown.
Good grief.
I mean, I feel so bad for Jolie.
I
I
do
feel so
too.
bad for her.
Because if her dad is as horrible as Kelly says it is, and then you're her mom and you're blasting her, granted, that video was not meant to see the light of day. That was just meant for Jolie. So I will give Kelly that. She didn't out it. She didn't. But she did take it to social media afterwards. But again, she was trying to clear her name. So like, I do see both sides, but I just can't imagine speaking to my daughter like that, or my child like that. No matter what they did.
I could honestly, I don't know who I would speak to in this world. I mean, I could tell you a few people.
I mean, I have a list.
I
I
mean,
have a
but, like,
really
I'm
long
thinking of
list.
people that like hurt animals or like abuse
Right.
the elderly. I
Hmm.
mean, I'm saving that energy for truly bad people.
Yeah. I just
Not
thoughts are with.
not my family.
But you know what? And again, not to have Kelly Dodd's back here, but I do think it's fair to say both sides. At 19 years old, Jolie's living in Paris. You think she's paying for that? Kelly's paying for that.
Of
Kelly,
course.
I mean, like a 19-year-old girl probably has a really nice apartment in Paris. That's amazing.
Right. Which is
So
like $4,000 for a studio, like you can touch each wall with your hands to live
Yeah.
in.
So fair enough. Jolie might be disrespectful. She's over 18. So Kelly has every right to be like, okay, you want to love your dad? Okay, you want to be disrespectful to me? You got it. Pay your rent. And she can say that.
Right.
Will Jolie be set up for success? That's going to be on her and Mike if they didn't set her up for success in that way. But yeah, that's the Kelly Dodd of it all. And I'm curious if she's trying to get back on OC with this drama because they should start filming pretty soon.
Right. And she commented recently on Megan King Edmonds and
Exactly.
that whole situation. So she's definitely, I mean, she's never not chimed in though, let's be honest.
Exactly. Her, I don't watch her and Rick's stuff also because it's behind a paywall, and I also would never personally support Kelly. But to our point the other day, I do listen to her when she talks about Bravo because she has an inside perspective. And there are some things, context wise, that we'll never know because we've never signed a contract with Bravo yet. So we don't know all of those specifics that Kelly can shine a light on. So there are certain things I listen to about her. Probably being a parent is not going to be one of them.
No, no, not on how to communicate with your child.
Not at all. Not at all.
I can't
So
even imagine like a world where my mother would ever think that, let alone say it out loud.
exactly. And again, we were never meant to hear that. So there is a bit of a grace, not grace, but like she didn't put that on social media, to be
You're
fair.
being very kind.
Well, I'm just trying to have a bias. I never want us to be biased. So I want an
Right.
unbiased media. So like you guys
Right.
know
No,
how I feel about Kelly, but that doesn't mean I don't have reason. I think it's important to
right.
have
I
reason.
would, I you see that's the well, no, and yes to what you're saying, but like rather than and this is who Kelly Dodd is. If that came out, rather than going in and like literally hitting harder,
Correct.
I would have said, you know what? I am so sorry that this is out there without context. It breaks my heart that a family matter has become public.
You know what?
And then the
You're so right.
conversation would be so different.
Yeah.
But she can't help but hit, even
She
at her
can't
daughter.
help
She can't
herself.
help it.
She
We've seen it
can't
every season on the show.
every
I mean,
single
honestly,
season.
one of my favorite restaurant scenes ever was The Quiet
Oh
Woman.
my gosh.
It's Shannon Bedore with the, oh my God. Like, it's the best.
Speaking of Shannon Bedore, did you see the video I shared? I don't know if you saw it. It's on our page actually. And Shannon's poking fun. She's using the iconic Gossip Girl song for the scene, but it's like I forget what the caption on the video was, but she was like pushing the plate away and then like the Jason Derulo songs in the background. I'm like,
So
this is
good.
amazing work. This is brilliant. Thank you.
Amazing. Amazing. That Gossip Girl season 3, that Thanksgiving episode, just
Fantastic. If
speaking of music in a project, that song is perfect.
Gossip Girl also has a really good soundtrack. You know what? People don't do it like the early aughts. They don't. They don't soundtrack stuff as good as they used to. Although, I will say and I don't even know all of the music, but I think a phenomenally, what do you call that? Musically casted show, whatever the terminology is, soundtrack is Big
Scored.
Little Score. Thank you. Big Little Lies. I hope I'm getting this correct. With Reese, I get Little Fires Everywhere and Big Little Lies like mixed up.
Fair.
But Big Little Lies, the HBO show with Zoe Kravitz, Reese Witherspoon,
Nicole Kidman, yes.
Nicole
Iconic.
Kidman, that show has an amazing score, an amazing soundtrack, I might add. So if you've not dabbled, dabble, dabble,
Dabble.
dabble.
Great show. We love women-based television too. I mean, I love seeing stories about women,
Me too.
just the dynamic relationships.
Agreed. Agreed.
Amazing. Amazing
Also,
television.
in that vein, Ashley, I don't know if you've watched, but I recently binged all of All Her Fault, that new Peacock show that has Dakota Fanning, the main woman from Succession.
Oh yeah.
It was really good. It was about her son was kidnapped and it's trying to like figure out what happened and why. It's a whodunit, but it's really good.
Ooh.
It's 8 episodes, hour each. It's on Peacock. I absolutely love Dakota Fanning. Love her so much. Put that on our bucket list interview thing. I would absolutely love to interview Dakota Fanning. She's one of my
Amazing.
favorites.
Amazing.
So if you need a
Oh, I'll
show,
have to watch that. I love a
no,
whodunit. It's my
watch
favorite
it.
genre.
And I think you could watch it with, your husband and stuff. I think it's a good show for like, it's not a girly show by any means, but I know as we come up on the holidays, people are home. So there's like, what can I watch while I'm home? Add that. It's a good one.
Yes, what we watch is generally something about World War II.
Screaming. Okay.
Very romantic.
Me watching
Very
Vanderpump
reverent.
Rules. You guys are over there
As
doing
soon
World
as
War
he
II.
leaves, I turn my stuff on. Otherwise, like it's a lot of World War II.
You know what? That's called, is it levity?
Yeah. I
Okay,
mean, it's
that's
range, levity. Yeah.
it's range. You know what? I love
Yeah.
that.
I
So
like a lot of things.
before we hop off, we have a couple more things. Ugh, Britt Eady suing Bravo.
Wow. Okay, so we've
Let
got
the
Leah
mouse go.
McSweeney, who was recently in the news. She's suing Bravo. Now we've
Hmm.
got Britt Eady suing Bravo. Did Kenya sue Bravo? No, because she's still on it. But I think she threatened it.
I don't think she did. Leah McSweeney
Right.
tried. Um,
Me back in the day. I mean, honestly, Bravo, Britt Eady was such a humongous miss
I'm
in
actually mad at her for
no,
ruining
she is
Kenya more for
terrible. There
us.
was nothing good about her. She is like she might even, this might make her worse than Mia Thornton.
Oh,
And
I would
that's
take Mia all
low.
day long over Britt. Sorry.
And that's so bad
A
because I
hundred
think
percent.
Mia is one of the worst housewives we've ever had. But then Britt with this lawsuit, no girl, no. Walk away. She is not in, I feel like Lisa Vanderpump to Stassi, but like she is so not important enough to do all
Well,
this.
she ruined the entire season. And I'm not
Right.
saying that Kenya wasn't all day long wrong for what she did. It turned out that it wasn't Britt in those photos, but it was somebody. And at the end of
Right.
the day, you still showed those explicit photos at an event that's for your hair care event, which is just crazy to me that you're using your moment of shine for the show and you're dragging Britt. So, in my opinion, that was wrong on Kenya. All day long wrong.
Wild.
We can't
She
argue that.
literally went to Kinko's to get
Exactly.
that blown up, and she paid for that. I mean, all of
Exactly.
it was so
There were
intentional.
so many steps along the way, and you thought it was a good idea. Every single one, you got in your car. You could have turned around.
Right,
You went into Kinko's. You told them what you want
right.
printed. You brought it to the hair care thing,
Yes,
and every single step of the way, you didn't have one thought that, I should,
right.
I should sit on this and think about it.
My turn to be the balanced media here. As much as Kenya was wrong for that, everybody in that production room, everybody on set knew
I
what was
agree.
there. They
Agreed.
have those sets perfectly curated. Nobody will tell me they didn't know those posters were sitting right there ready to be used. So if we're going to blame Kenya, I think the production, I mean, it's like you're not the like quote unquote like murderer, but you're an
An
accomplice to the
accomplice. Yeah,
crime,
100%.
So yeah.
100%. And I think Bravo, because of all the lawsuits, had to completely over course correct. And I think had this happened maybe 3 years ago, Kenya wouldn't have gotten the boot, maybe. We will never know. But I think because of all the HR things that have come out at Bravo, like they had to be like, okay, we need to I think they had to make an example of Kenya personally.
Mhm.
But my Britt just pisses me off because she didn't even show up to the finale. Like the whole season, I'm sorry, to the reunion. The whole
Right.
season was a wash because of that, in my opinion. I almost wish they scrapped it and just been like, we're on hiatus. I really do.
Yeah, I think that would have been a better look for the brand, but it's too expensive for them to film,
Received that too.
not
It
use the
just
footage.
it
But
just
your
sucked.
point, your nothing you said is wrong.
Yeah, it was just such a bummer that Britt was chosen over Kenya, and I get why they did it from a network perspective, but she gave us nothing, and she didn't even show up at the reunion, which I don't know what the contracts are at Bravo, but in my opinion, they need to have, you can't leave a table and not come back, and they need to have, you have to show up at the reunion. I don't care what you did over the season. If you don't show up at the reunion, you have to pay back half of your salary, is my opinion. That's what they should do.
Wow. Yeah, no, I'm not opposed to that. I
Yeah,
definitely am not opposed because the story, yeah, we lose too much.
exactly. So you
That's
edged us
literally
the
their
whole
job.
season, and then we didn't get closure. That's crazy.
How do you not do your job? Could you imagine?
Yeah, no, I
Just
can't.
not just like leaving for the day and just
Yeah, not
not
feeling
having
it.
any,
Sorry.
yeah, you know, today's just not it for me. Bye.
Yeah,
Like,
bye. Don't care to do it. I don't want to talk about anything that makes me look bad.
exactly.
Um,
Speaking of, we should probably get going because it is time. I have been doing the Christmas thing. I've got dogs that are ready to be switched out. So is there anything else that you could think
I
of?
think that's it. As always, you guys you know where to find us. Stay tuned for our Salt Lake City recap coming this week and Beverly Hills coming this week. It's all happening, and we're so excited. Can't wait to talk about it. And we love ya. Bye.